Next story is a follower submission, and this one is titled, Am I the Astronaut for Having No Contact with In-Laws? OP, if you are in chat, you know what to do if you'd like to claim your story. My in-laws don't talk to us. Here's some context and why this even happened. I, 23 female, and my husband, 22 male, are new parents to an amazing 3-month-old. Mother-in-law and I had a pretty decent relationship before all of this went down, and since my mom moved across 4 states, she became another mom to me really fast, and we bonded. She told me things like, I knew I wanted you to be my daughter-in-law. Now, she could have easily been blowing smoke up my butt, but whatever. Flash forward to the months leading up to my baby's birth, and I had mentioned on multiple occasions that 3 people were allowed in the room via the hospital protocol and my doctor's wishes. My husband, of course, my sister, my only family here, and my best friend of 12 years. Now, during the shock, excitement, and everything that comes with giving birth, the in-laws didn't know minute by minute what was happening. After the birth, I found out that my in-laws were yelling and harassing the hospital staff, blowing up my husband's phone while I was pushing, and complaining about being in the dark. This isn't the first incident, but I had brushed the others off. Anyway, after about 3 hours, skin on skin is done, and we are done with the adrenaline rush. I tell my husband to send in the new grandparents, only to be left with silence and no text back. Hours go by. Finally, 3 p.m. the next day rolls around and my husband got a message from his dad talking about how they felt disrespected and how it was rude of us to not say anything to them and that he got fed up and was the one who wanted to leave.
Yes, how dare you prioritize focusing on pushing that human football out of your body rather than updating somebody about pushing that human football out of your body?
It's appalling, OP. My goodness. At the end of the message, he said, I hope your new daughter doesn't treat you like this. As a new mom of 24 hours, I saw red. So I went to our group chat with all 4 of us and stated how I was disgusted with their behavior, how the way they treated staff was uncalled for, and how I've kept my mouth shut for long enough, and that they weren't going to use my new baby as a pawn to guilt trip and gaslight my husband for being my new support system while giving birth. Needless to say, my mother-in-law didn't like that and immediately responded with, grow the F up, bitch.
Oh, no, she didn't.
Let me get this straight. You're still sitting in the hospital bed, having just pushed a tiny human out of your body, and these people pull this bullshit. You finally bark back, and she tells you to grow the F up, bitch. Here's the best part. Who thinks that they still think they're going to have a relationship with the grandbaby? Who thinks that they're still going to be like, when can we come to the hospital? My husband lost it. My mother-in-law said she didn't want anything to do with us. She has lied to family members about us and the things we have said, won't tell the whole story, and tells the family that they're allowed to see us but don't want to hear about us. Now, I'm a big family person because I don't know most of my family, and I want my daughter to have her family and know she has people. I feel like I'm failing her in some way. I wanted to reach out, but I feel like they need to reach out first. We need to all sit down and talk it out, and I feel like we owe an apology. I don't know what to do. Wait. It says, I feel like we owe an apology. I feel like it should say we are owed an apology. You have done nothing wrong here, OP. You are in the NTA category here. Your in-laws. Oh, I don't understand how someone can look at this situation and be like, updating me should have been your top priority over your own health, over the health of the baby, over caring for your wife who was pushing a human out of her. The top priority should have been messaging me to tell me what you were doing during all these times. I don't know how anybody can have that mindset and be serious about it. It doesn't make any sense. Candy Thunder says, do not apologize. If you do, it just gives them the right to do it again, which is true. This is one of those pivotal moments where I don't know. This is one of those pivotal moments where I'm curious what the wedding was like and if any kind of similar bullshit was started then, because that's usually an indicator that something is going to happen whenever you have your first child, and then on and on and on and on. This will set a precedent for what threshold of bullshit you're willing to accept and still let them have a relationship with your child. We read some stories like this the other day. People don't get to treat the parents like shit and then expect to have a relationship with the child. That is not how this works. If they want to have a relationship with her, they need to show you the adequate amount of respect at minimum. And this was not it. This was not it. And the fact that they are portraying you as the villains to the general public with this narrative that they've decided that they needed to control and get out in front of everything with, it just makes it that much worse for them. They're only harming themselves. And look at it this way. If someone is willing to do this kind of shit to you while you're having a child, while you are actively birthing a child, is that really somebody that you want your child to be connected with? If that person is willing to do this and not apologize, not make amends for it, not grovel, not earn your respect back, is that somebody that you really want to be in your daughter's corner or child's corner? I don't think it is. And if they want to be a part of her life, they'll choose to be a part of her life by making it right. Do not let them get away with this shit. Because if you do, there will be more shit. Loads of it. And it'll be steaming.